What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Marketing Funnels and Strategy Show for Monday, the 22nd of November. Hope you're all having a killer week so far. So today on the episode, you guys know the deal. If you get any value in any way, shape, or form with this show, doesn't matter whether we've made you help you think differently, we've given you some strategies, maybe you've had an aha moment, no matter what it is, all we ask is you just share the show. Share the show with somebody you think that could benefit from this. Comment below and tag a friend, like it, share it, that type of stuff. That's all the fee is for this show. We're coming at you 2 times per week with strategies to help you grow your business using paid marketing strategies, free marketing strategies, and many other different things that can help you take your business to a whole new level in 2021. But not only that, we're getting towards 2022, and hence the reason I want to talk to you guys about this subject today. Because, you know, if you might have maybe tried ads before, maybe you've placed some ads before, maybe you haven't placed some ads before, maybe there's some things that just didn't work for you last time. I'm going to help you how to decipher that and to get that converting so you can scale it as well. Because, you know, if you're spending money, you want to make sure that as quickly as possible, you can get these advertising campaigns working so that you can start scaling your business and you go from just being a business warrior to turning into a business warrior. There's too many people worrying every single day where their next client's going to come from. We want to take you out of that and we want to put you into warrior mode where you can literally just move forward, take action, make it happen, and take control of your life. That's what it's all about. So if things haven't worked for you for the time so far, you want to be asking yourself this one question. Are you ready for it? This is completely groundbreaking. What specifically didn't work? Was it the fact that, you know, maybe the advertising was generating leads, but maybe no one paid you money? So in that case, it could be one of 2 things. It could be that you don't know how to close a deal. Maybe you don't know how to close a cold deal. Maybe you're used to referral business and all these types of things, but you've never closed a real deal before. Okay, so maybe it's the sales process. Is it the fact that you didn't generate any leads? And if that's the case, what part of that process was broken? Because there's a couple of things that can happen here. Number one, nobody can click on the ad, which means it's the ad's problem. It might be I got 1,000 clicks on my ad, but nobody placed their details on my landing page. 2 different problems. So when it comes to advertising not working, you need to ask yourself that question: what specifically didn't work about this? Because there's multiple things that can go wrong and there's multiple things that could be tweaked, which, you know, with a slight tweak can really turn the floodgates on. So you need to ask yourself, what specifically didn't work? Like I said, was it the fact that you were generating leads and we didn't close any? That means it's a sales problem, potentially. Could mean that we got the wrong type of people showing up as well, which, you know, is easy to blame the fact that we haven't got the right people on the phone. But at the same point in time, it's not, it could be still the case after devising exactly what went wrong. So that's the first. Number 2, as I said, it could be the fact that you're not getting anybody to click on the ad. So when you look at your clicks on your advertising and you look at your click-through rate, or commonly known as CTR, abbreviated as CTR, it might be that your click-through ratio is below 1%, which is pretty poor. And it also could mean that, you know, you've spent $100 and maybe you've got 5 clicks, right? That shows that the advertisement could potentially be the problem, or it could be the targeting. So maybe you're not quite targeting the type of client that you're after, right? Maybe there's some switch ups in targeting, which, you know, which accounts for not all of it, but part of it, right? But, you know, if you're not getting many clicks on the ad, it would mean it's most likely a targeting option. So you'd need to look at things like changing up the targeting, looking at changing up or leaving the graphics and the copy for now, maybe just switching the targeting to start with, and then spend a little bit more and see how that goes. And if there's no changes, then it's like, okay, now I need to change copy. I need to change graphics as well. That was used for those particular ads. Or if you're not using graphics, you might be doing video. So you might also want to test video versus graphics, right? We find graphics converts really, really well. But then again, it's also good with video and having a powerful video sales letter. So you need to decipher what specifically has gone wrong here. I'm going to give you some further metrics to this as well. So let's say, for example, you spent $100 and you got 5 clicks only. That would mean to me that that is actually the advertisement itself is the problem. Okay. So if the advertisement itself is the problem, there's a couple of things that you've got to look at here. Because if your clicks are below $1 or just above $1, or they're even, I would say, $2.50 down per click, then I'd say that that is working quite well. But if, on the other hand, it hasn't been doing that at all, and it's like $4, $5, $10 per click, that means it would be the advertisement and the copy. So if in these cases, I'd be testing video on one side, I'd be testing graphics on the other, and I'd be also testing different versions of copy, right? So when we launch campaigns, we normally have 5 different sets of copy. We normally have 5 different sets of creative as well. And we're testing all of those, every single different version of that in with certain targeting options to see which works better to get people to those next steps for your business and for your advertising campaigns. So in these cases, it's like, right, we're testing all of these different things, and now it starts changing the results, right? So what you'll do is you'll then look at all of the different ad sets that have done using that one particular process and see which one works better out of those 5 different versions. Turn off the ones that haven't been working so well, keep going the ones that have been going so well, and then go, okay, now I'm going to switch up the different versions of that same version. So there might be different messaging, different headlines and things like that. So create some different versions of those headlines, some different versions of those graphics as well, to then now further test further down that rabbit hole exactly if you can start reducing the result. And what will happen here once you start using this sort of testing methodology and this process through your ad campaigns, you'll start working out specifically what was the problem and start tuning in the message, right? Which is important to be able to understand as part of it, the message, right? So now once you've kind of reduced that cost per click, then it's like, okay, is it converting to leads now, right? So now we've got to look at the other parts of the process, because what might happen now is you might get lots of clicks, but you might get nobody go through your landing pages, nobody click through on your website and actually register their details or anything like that. And when that's not happening, we've got to work out, okay, what do we do now? How do we change things in order to get someone to opt in? Because that would also mean that if you're getting plenty of clicks and you're getting no opt-ins through your landing pages or websites, this could mean one of a couple of things. Number one, your message isn't clear. So, if you've got one message on your ads and another message on your landing pages, it's not matching. So that means there is a messaging problem on the landing page, right? So if you're telling them to, this is the headline, they need to see that exact same headline on the landing page. There needs to be some real exact boom, right? This is, synchronicity through those campaigns. So you want to make sure that that message is clear. Now, once so messaging is one, right? Number two, it could also be that, there's some disjointing sort of through the process of way that landing page is. So people might not be clear exactly what the product is. So we normally suggest with landing pages is you have some type of graphic showing the product that someone is going to get on that page, right? Show them the exact product that they're going to get on that page, right? If people can kind of see, hey, this is a product that I'm getting access to, it will shoot your conversion rates through the roof, right? Because part of it is not only message, but it's also seeing what's in it for somebody to place their details on these landing pages as well. Because, you know, it's great to get a heap of clicks, but if you're just not getting that next step, that means that you've got to show, like, you know, you could be right now getting a result on your landing pages, right? You could be getting X result, whatever that is. But just by adding a product, it can literally 3 times the amount of conversions that you get through these campaigns just by simulating and showing a physical product that someone is getting access to on the page. So if you look at like literally anything that we do, right, whether it be, you know, a lot of our free downloads around the internet, we've had over 4,000 downloads from our social media marketing blueprint. And if you guys haven't seen or heard yet, we've got a 2.0 version coming out, which is actually under getting fixed at the moment, getting put in place and all that type of stuff. So that social media marketing blueprint 2.0 will be coming out really soon after we got 4,000 odd downloads over the last, you know, year and a half, 2 years. With this other, with the standard version, I decided it was time to really go in depth into a 2.0. So that 2.0 is coming out really soon. But if you notice, right, because a lot of you probably have seen that on the internet, then you'll see that it's physically got a copy of the product on there that someone's going to get. Hence the reason why it has been so successful for our business, that particular download. And I tell you this, if you really do the same thing for you, you will find that you will get the exact same result with it if you can physically show the product on there, all right? So that's another thing. So make sure that you do show the physical products on every single landing page, etc., that you do. Now, once you've got the floodgates open, okay? You've got floodgates open, leads are coming in consistently. And I don't know what your budget is. Might be 5 a day, it might be 100 a day, it might be 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 a day, 10,000 a day in advertising. No matter what it is, once the floodgates are open and you've got leads coming in and you've got conversations starting, the next metric that you must look at within your advertising is the conversion rates of how many leads that come through, how many of these turn into sales. Out of these leads that come through, how many of them are turning into sales? How many of them are going through to appointments? Oh, how many of them are actually getting conversations? How many of them are going to appointments? How many of them are going to sales? Your business needs to track these metrics in order to ensure whether this advertising is working as effectively as we want. The metric a lot of people go by online is generally the sort of $1 in, $3 to $4 out. That's the metric in terms of paid advertising that someone looks for as a return on investment up front from their campaigns. Now, a lot of our clients, a lot of our top clients, and even ourselves, we get between $8 to $10 out from advertising, which we've got clients that have got in the past up to 27 out, which is pretty insane when it comes to advertising. $1 in, $27 out. I'm not saying that any of you are going to do that either, but it's definitely possible, right? So when it comes to advertising, these are the types of metrics you've got to really hone in on, because if you are not closing deals and you are not making sales on the back end of your marketing, that would also mean that there's some things that need to be sorted here. So when ads aren't working, when advertising isn't working, isn't turning into dollars for your business every single month, these are the things you need to be asking yourself. Of this, not working, what specifically isn't working? So of this advertising campaigns we're running, what of it isn't working right now? That's the question, the $1 million question that you need to ask yourself is, what specifically isn't working. Okay. So make sure that any of you that are here live, whenever you go through and you put advertising in place and all that sort of stuff, you got to make sure and be prepared up front that things might not work straight away, and that's okay, right? Most businesses, to get to $1 million, $2 million, $3 million a year, most people, they take years to be able to do that. And you look at these guys that go from $1 million to or zero to 3 or 10 or 15 or whatever million in 2 or 3 years. Most of the time, a large percentage of them have done other businesses beforehand and struggled for many years in order to get to this point, right? So you got to give these things time to get them up and running and so on. And if you don't know what you're doing, just ask somebody else that does, right? It doesn't hurt to just ask someone, even if you're in just a lower level program of somebody, to ask these types of questions. It's super simple to be able to get them answered. So just ask them and work a way to help you, right? Because the quicker you can get it up and running, the quicker you can get it put in place, the quicker you can start getting results, the quicker you can start getting these advertising accounts running, because the longer they keep going, the longer it takes for you to be able to get the results. And I know for me, I don't care whether you came to us or whether you go to somebody else, as long as, you go from getting out of that worried state as to where the next lead's going to come from, how to run the advertising, what to do, how to write the emails, how to, what process should I run, all these sort of things that worry people these days, and move yourself into a place where you can literally just take action and make it happen. And move into that more of a business warrior state as opposed to being a warrior. So that's it, guys. That's it for today's session. Let us know below in the comments, what did you get from today? And I'd love to hear from you guys as well. Remember this one thing: if you do not fight for your own freedom, absolutely nobody else will. So every single day you must take action. Get out there. Every single day you must take action. Every single day you must make it happen. Remember to be the warrior. I will see you guys on Friday, 1 p.m. Perth time. Actually, no, I won't see you Friday, 1 p.m. Perth time, because we've actually got the Ultimate Business Reboot on this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So for those of you that are coming, we look forward to seeing you there. If you're not coming and you'd like some details, shoot a message to the page. Love to hear from you guys. Peace out, guys. Take it easy, and see you all soon. Ciao.